Just seeing if there's anything which increases local manpower. Alas, oh, no, iron does. So do horses. So do steppe horses, so do elephants. So we kind of need to make sure that the places that generate a lot of manpower, which is the ones with lots of freemen, so Vistulia, Margicinia, Costobotia, Venadia, etc., have as many of those goods as possible. So you're already getting horses. That's it. And it doesn't look like iron is available for sale. So what we could do is en masse move... There's not actually a lot of iron in the world. It's fairly well spread out. There's quite a lot over here. We're one of the few areas in the north that actually has it. Plus there's some over here, which is out of my reach for the time being. The other thing is we could start colonizing again. The problem is, because my technology is going up so much faster, I really want as much civic power as possible to make sure that I can keep inventing. But Mossonis does have a lot of iron, and if I can get more slaves in this province, then the better. Based on taking 25 years to refill the manpower cap provided. See, EU4 will do that in 10 years rather than 25. I think 25 is too slow. I think 10 years was on the dot. Spot on. $4,000 short. Out of a cap of 240,000. So, yes, I'm going to do that. So, Marsonis, we're going to start moving any slaves that you have to Marsonis. That you can get a surplus of iron and we can start selling it. There's quite a few slaves here. Let's see. Are there any easier ways of doing this? Yes, there are. I can move these slaves to Abdura. Then Abdura just across the border. No additional movement required. The other benefit of doing this, you need your slaves for the gems, although that's 2 extra, you don't need those 2. Move Abdura, move Abdura. Now, Abdura needs 60 if my math is correct, so we can move the rest to Marsonis. Okay, you're producing 1 extra iron. That iron can then go to Vistula, because Vistula is my main manpower producer currently. And then that's going to give you the extra 5% manpower. Steppe horses and elephants with the other 2. These 2 don't. Surplus grain in the capital. Needs more manpower. We don't have a surplus of grain here. We have grain, but not a surplus. So... Huzzah! Civilization level, smooth slaves cost. I can probably get rid of the vegetable surplus. Although that 20% move slave cost has kind of paid for itself. Sir Jambonnet, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Thank you very much for that support. I appreciate that. +1 also gives a big bonus. Does it? 5% more. But just having it in the province, I think, does more. Oh, no. Shoot. Yeah, you're right. It is the +1 that does it. I don't care about being able to build them here. So actually, I would need to sell 2 in Venadia. I shouldn't have cancelled that. That just wasted a bunch of civic. Damn it. Civic is the thing I really can't afford to lose. And we have no real freemen. Actually, we have a couple of freemen, but not very many. Oh no, we actually have quite a few. Here. Having them in Venadia would be a lot better, though. Or Vistulia. Which is it that does better? This is why there really needs to be a provincial overview. Vistulia is the one that has a lot more. So Vistulia is the one that needs to buy it. And I think we need more. We have a fair number of slaves here as well, which we can shift across to Marsonis. Slaves always going to the capital gets a little ridiculous. You had 800 pops in Rome. That's quite a few. You need to be partnered already. I would agree with you, Moravian. I would love to be partnered already. Unfortunately, that's not my call. I have an application currently pending. Lack of governor in Dacia. Research bonus points plus 10%. Dacia, Dacia, Dacia. Okay. Huzzah! Dacia does a Dulum, so that is one of my very high citizen pop places. So actually, you would be a very good choice for this region. Warlord Skarsnik, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the Maudlings as well. Just eating through Civic right now. Although, I think that we are basically ready to get these mercenaries, so we can hire these two for sure. And then probably send up the high number units. Let's get some more roads going first of all, though. Is your road gone? You're building a road to Donna. I think I want to get like 10,000 manpower if I can. Civic advance. Let's see what we got. Monthly loyal. That's not civics. Public slavery plus 10 national slave output. National citizen output. That's more tech. And then commerce income. Waste disposal. Possibly. cost 8 per month. US cost 11, so that's 19 total. I'm currently on plus 11, but if I send my regular armies north to go and fight against these guys, especially if I do it defensively at first, they only have 55 cohorts. Yeah, Varinia's doable. It's definitely doable. Alright. Whoa. Okay, that's Clangeraldus, never mind. I really want to cancel you. Longbeard. No. Thanks, Duck. Bosnick. Let's see how these roads work, eh? Furthermore, I want to hire you. I want to hire you. And possibly you as well. Have to wait until next month to see how that really affects us money-wise. Oh, hold on, one of you is on force march. That would be you. -8. That's fine. Manpower! It's positive! Finally! Good grief. Wow, that was rather one-sided. And then, yeah, we need the mercenaries over here as well. -4. -4 is acceptable. Ish. Alright, another road. Keep them coming. It's too bad that you don't connect to you, because that's where I want the road to go ultimately. To the forts which most often get attacked. I do like this road system. It's pretty cool. Takes quite a lot of micro to set up, but once you have it up and running, it's just like, this is nice. Would be nice as a tribal nation, disbanding armies goes back to the manpower pool. Every time a clan leader dies, I get their army, which is weird in itself. Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to change that. At least I hope they do. A tale of two cities. The very nature of autonomous city-states often leads to disagreements between neighbouring authorities. So Vartia can get local tax. Well, one of them can get local tax. So where are these? V-A-R-T-I-A. That's Cartia. Vartia. It's right there. Vartia and Setideva. So Setideva has 11 slaves, you have 6, therefore Setideva would do better with taxation. Because slaves produce tax. Although I think I am going to start just removing slaves and turning them into freemen. We're going to have a very egalitarian state by the end of this. Stay there. I'm supposed to come over here too. And if you stay here, you can react in any direction. I want them to attack my forts, because I want them to take the attrition damage. And I'm just going to let attrition do the damage, so I don't have to. And the more I just sit back, the more manpower I get back. And that sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Also, I don't want to... Actually, I could totally launch this invasion during the winter. Well, let's first of all fabricate our claim on Varinia. Buria. So we need to conquer this area, basically. Your road is done. Move up to there. Your road must be nearly done. Very close. And I think that this is going to be the main road actually into Germany, rather than this northern one. This will actually be quicker, because it's closer to where my capital is. So let's move you back to here, and then we'll go from there. Alright, let's see what they do. So my forts on the border immediately start seizing some territory, which is nice, because that's attrition I don't need to take. Then I just need to siege down the forts, and then I can use my mercenary forces to take any other provinces. But I'd like to see what their armies do, whether they try to attack us or if they just sit back here. Let them mass up, this is fine. I'll sit in my own lands where my supply is brilliant. And then I'm also just going to go through and eradicate another line of tribesmen. Because if I get rid of all the tribesmen, then they don't grow as population anymore. There we go, 16,000 men sitting here taking attrition. Maybe I should have gone via Malvar. I'll go via Mavar. Just feels weird going backwards this way. This way we're like along the frontier. Another Phrygian civil war, which ended. One very annoying thing is it doesn't tell you what the province here is. Pretty sure that's Plains though. So let's move you to Stragona. Good. And we're currently on shock action. I'd much rather you on bottleneck. These are 4 chariots and 2 horsemen. This should be a relatively easy fight. Like, these armies are all built for barbarian crush. Well, tribal crushing. A question of competence. No one can freely insult the king. I can only do this because I'm vengeful. I keep taking these provinces, then moving away, then my forts retake the province and they come in to try and siege it again. It's kind of an amusing cycle. They're down to just 38 cohorts. They do actually have some ships, I don't. Alright, where are the mercenaries? You're a mercenary, you go and take that. You're a mercenary? You're also a mercenary. Take that. A lunatic just died. And apparently my religious researcher. Level 9 is next. Fairly corrupt, but that's fine. How old am I now? 42. And another invention. We're about to lose the military, so are any of these ones I want? Yes, I want Tormenta. All manner of siege engines fit into the category of tormentor, often firing kinetic or incendiary projectiles intended to cause devastation or panic. So let's see how this works. We'll keep our legions kind of behind the lines to protect. He has fallen ill. Wait, is that the kid? That's the kid. And I cannot seek treatment. Dysentery. Seek treatment. Will cost me 100. Worth it. Omen. Manpower plus 13% maybe? Nah, I think we'll stick with the population growth. We'll just get more and more population. How are we actually doing? 2,400 pop now. How's Macedon? 5,000. Thrace, 1,800. So we're a fair bit larger than Thrace is now. So perhaps a future war against them. To move you forwards. The Slanderer spills all. Another one. Execute him. Win him over. I gain corruption. He gains loyalty. Oh, this is the guy that's super, super, super disloyal. Execution. Seems entirely reasonable. 0 loyalty. As if I'm going to let you live. That's just silly. You're sitting here where there's not actually enough supply limit. So let's position you back here. And now we're getting a fair amount of oratory once again, so let's make sure we clear up the last of the tribesmen down here. And we are now... Oh, no, we still have tribesmen down there. What percentage of my population is... We still have 69 tribesmen? Really? 28% citizens, 28% slaves, and 39% freemen. Like, we have a lot of freemen. Oh, there are actually a number of places there in the north that we can go and stand in. Well, that's good to know. Marshal is advanced to a level 13 Marshal now. What do we get? What do we get? Scythian saddles, plus 10% heavy cavalry discipline. We want that. Quick march. Army movement speed plus 10. We want that. And contravallation. Another 5% siege. I want all 3 of those. Those are amazing. Okay, so we're not allowed to spend civic power on anything else at this point. Illegal. And I don't really want to leave any of my heavy infantry in that area. So let's move you forwards. And you over there. And we'll leave you here, where hopefully you can react in any of those directions as necessary. We can always force march if we need to bring troops in, like, quickly. Losing 8 ducats. Can I recruit one more small unit of mercenaries, I wonder? How much would you cost? 11. Mostly just want the mercenaries to siege, so I don't have to. Varinia wants peace. This is a more aggressive expansion than I've had for a long time. Friend across the borders. Our Marshal Piporos Gudiliani has friends far outside of our borders, often trying to use his network to the advantage of our nation. He believes his friendship with the Elder of Isconia could be put to use to increase their opinion of us, so I can spend a ton of money. They like us more. Or I can say no. It is allowed to say no. Just say no. They do have a couple of forts. Once we're through these 3 forts, though, then there's basically nothing else. The capital's right there. I feel almost bad taking down Verinia. They have been one of like the most loyal friends that we've had. But you know, we've kind of reached the limits of our expansion. We need to become more friendly with them. We need to integrate them into our realm. See, this is what friends do. They integrate each other into their realms. I need to keep an eye on how many troops you're losing, though. Fistula's been won. Good. Move you onto the... Oh, no, not you. Move you up to the capital. Move you two up, I would say. And then where else is there places I can stand? Over here would do. Now, where are the other mercenaries? Here they are. So you... are basically just going to be used... Yeah, in fact there is a fort right here as well, so we'll take that. How are we doing for money? Minus 16. We can maintain this for a while. So long as I ensure that we keep enough money in the bank to get rid of the mercenaries once we're done with them, it's all good. If they were a true friend, they'd just let us walk in. True. Done. That fort's taking those two, so we'll move you over here. Are there any other places we can stand? No, not in that area. What's the civilization like here? It's only 28. It's going to take some building up. We're up to 17,000 manpower now. Is this a new region? This is a new region, Germania. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get some more skirmisher units being built. 10 more to be precise. Ready for a provincial garrison. Oratory advance. What have we got? Shift cipher, diplomatic range, diplomatic reputation +1, or oratory tech advancement +5%. So that's 400 civic power I need now. Because I definitely want the tech advancement. Yeah, doing this with mercenaries was definitely the right plan. Thrace has declared war, eh? Interesting. Well, we're going to let them burn themselves up in the mountains here. Yeah, they're going to lose a lot back there. I think I might move like 28,000 men back over here, just so we have some troops to fight in the mountains. Thank you, roads. So useful. Let's go and take that province, because this is the only way that they can cross over unless they have access to Langobards, which is probable, frankly. They just don't have any armies. 46 cohorts, I haven't seen any of them. We still have 28,000 men moving up there. We do have the 2 units of cavalry, which can also be used as rapid reaction if we needed to. And you have almost finished your roads. Please do that there.